right, coming back to action here at 174 pounds. We are about to get a look at Robert Kokesh, the University of Nebraska. He is in the red for the Huskers and Coach Mark Manning. Going to take on Brock Gutches, who's in the blue. And Gutches, we'll tell you this, he's a he's a three-time NAIA champion, and he strikes first with the single leg takedown. These two met last year in the finals of the Reno Tournament of Champions, and a match won by Kokesh 3-1.
You know, Kokesh is tough. He took top 4 in the NCAAs 2 years in a row. But I'm excited about seeing Brock Gutches wrestle. I've really not seen him a lot. And, you know, because he's in the NAIA, I've heard big things about this guy, and he's a real exciting wrestler.
Yeah. Well, Brock's had an opportunity to wrestle a lot of Division I competition. He actually started his career at Boise State and redshirted, and then got hurt. Didn't know if he was actually going to wrestle. Kokesh looking for that dump. And you see Gutches fighting it there with a chest lock. You see some of his freestyle and Greco-Roman experience there with that chest lock. Maybe not so much with the Greco with the legs, but Brock on the Greco-Roman national team, 3rd at the World Team Trials this year at 80 kilos. So Kokesh and scramble here. Got to watch that knee, and referee Gary Kessel is going to call it potentially dangerous.
I think it was more about Kokesh's shoulder than it was Gutches' knee. Did you see the way that was bent backwards? I mean,
obviously not, because you pointed it out.
Well, gee, thanks. but yeah, it was really in a bad spot, Jason. Real bad spot.
Of course, wrestling fans, a little bit of information about Southern Oregon, an NAIA school, coached by Mike Ritchie, powerhouse program, usually one of the top 5 teams in the NAIA. Scholarship programs, and Gutches going for his 4th title this year. Not been too many of those in any style of national wrestling. You know, 4-time champs in college are rare. But Gutches right now with a 2-1 lead. Robert Kokesh, Wagner, South Dakota, ranked number 2 in the country in Division I. Was 4th last year, 3rd the year before. So this is actually, Nick, and it's been 10 years since we saw the last NAIA wrestler, Emmett Wilson from Montana State Northern, compete in the event, in the main event. So we got 1:08 remaining, 22 seconds of riding time for Gutches here with a 2-1 lead.
This is a great representation also for the NAIA to have this platform to give their top national guys this exposure.
Well, and he comes in this match, he's usually the favorite everywhere he goes until he steps in the world of the Division I guys. And I think a lot of people in this gym, unless they're wearing Husker red, might be rooting for the underdog here. But is he really an underdog? They had a 2-point match last year. Here we go, 40 seconds remaining. 2-1 lead again for Gutches. Nice, going low is Kokesh. And there you see Gutches again. Heavy on the hips. Trying to peel that near ankle.
Oh, beautiful finish. Beautiful finish by Kokesh. He takes the lead with 20 seconds left in the first period. And you know, Gutches was doing the right thing. He circled out, he squared off against him, but he had that knee and that ankle pretty tight.
Always important to score points late in the match. Nick, what's that do when it sets you up for the second period?
It's a tremendous momentum builder for the guy to get that lead, to come off, be down, and get that lead back. You go into the second period with a little more confidence.
3-2 the end of the first period in favor of Robert Kokesh. One of 2 Nebraska Huskers here in the event. James Green will be wrestling at 157 later. Mark Manning in your corner, along with Brian Snyder. Actually, you can see James Green sitting behind the coaching staffs. Mike Ritchie flew out from Oregon, got the call. Tyler Wilps of Pittsburgh was supposed to be the initial entry, and he got hurt first day of practice. And now we're underway, and then Brock Gutches got the opportunity, and he jumped at it. Trying a quick switch.
You get asked to compete in an all-star match. I mean, that you have to take that. You have to take that invitation. I don't care who you are. You know, a lot of times guys, you know, the guys that worry about who they're wrestling, whether they're going to win, they're not all-stars. They're not guys that belong in this event. And that's why I like the fact that Brock Gutches just stepped up and said, I'm in, I'm there.
Kokesh working on building his riding time. He's halfway to a minute as we're 1:25 to go the second period. Now Kokesh running a half to the far side, or to his right side rather. Trying to put the head in the hole. Kokesh. That tight waist, going to try chop him down, chop his base down. Coming up on 105 remaining in period number 2. This is 174 pounds. NWCA All Star Classic here on Fox College Sports, along with Nick Garone, Jason Bryant. Glad you're with us for the kickoff of college wrestling season. Can't believe it's wrestling season already, Nick.
I'm excited. I've been waiting since the Nationals for this to happen, so I'm real excited about this. And the fact that this season is kicking off and we got such great wrestlers in the United States coming back this year to compete.
40 seconds ago, you see now Kokesh has picked up the riding time now to 120 and counting upwards. You see him trying to work that hammerlock onto the back. And as a wrestler, it's never fun to be put in that position on bottom.
It's really not. And you know what? Kokesh is a stud. He comes after you, and he'll try to score. But right now, he is really riding parallel. He's holding that arm behind his back, and Gutches really can't do anything from there. Can't even get to a base because his arm is pinned against his back.
Coming up on short time here. 8 seconds to go in the period. Again, riding time.
Got that bar and wrist. Trying that bar and wrist with about 2 seconds left.
I will see what happens. It's a little bit of Gutches' own medicine. Haven't seen Brock wrestle for quite ever since he was a kid growing up and wrestling at the Junior Nationals in Fargo. He's wicked good with his armbar series. One thing Kokesh, I think, has an advantage in this match here is he's wrestled him before, so he knows it's there. So what you're going to see, if he can hold Kokesh down, I think you're going to try to see him maybe try to work that armbar and rip it off, but Kokesh quickly up to his feet. And he's just going to let him go. So I think maybe the success, Nick, that he saw with that first takedown, maybe he sees it there again.
Well, you know what? I think this is the better position for Gutches to be in anyway. I mean, he could have, I would have liked to have seen him. Ooh, nice low single by Kokesh. Can he finish? He's got that up high. Let's see what kind of finish he gets. Oh, well. I didn't even comment on that, Jason, because I was jaw dropped. I can't believe he just did that backflip.
Yeah, it was
basically still got taken down.
Well, yeah, that's quite display of athleticism there by Brock. That is illegal in high school now, by the way.
Amazing, amazing what he just did.
So now 6-2 lead, and now Brock Gutches going to get hit with stalling, heads in the mat. Obviously, you see that as an athlete, your head's in the mat on bottom. You're probably going to see the fists go up from the ref.
Not only that, but if you're on top of a guy and his head is in the mat, you get, I mean, I don't care who you are, you get that confidence like, I got this guy. I'm going to take it to him. I think I'm about to break this guy. He's got his head in the mat. So, that gives your opponent an advantage psychologically also.
Coming up on 40 seconds to go. Riding time is assured at this point, so Kokesh will get the extra point following the match if we end in regulation. 30 seconds to go, and 30 seconds. Kokesh in control. There's another point for stalling, so now 8-2, 7-2 actually. It'll be 3 minutes of riding time coming up with 10 seconds remaining here at the All Star Classic. Just moments away from a victory by Robert Kokesh. And tack on a point for riding time. It will be 8-2.
Very solid performance by Kokesh. Very solid early on. He did everything right. He was good on his feet except for that first takedown, but I think he got caught off guard. But from that point on, Kokesh wrestled a very solid match.
So we're through 2 here in Philadelphia. Robert Kokesh with the 8-2 win over Brock Gutches.